Hi Cancers, welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K and this is your March 2018 Love and Romance reading. Alright, I'm going to start out with the Mary Queen of Angels deck by Doreen Virtue as per usual, and I'm going to ask for a word of prayer. Please, dear Lord, Spirit Guides and Angels, bless those born under the sun sign, moon sign, and or rising sign of Cancer with clearly defined messages and a word of prayer that we can close with at the end of the reading. Thank you. All right, so let's see. I think we're going to go right into a circle spread, and I'm going to be using the Enchanted Map deck by Colette Baron Reed. Dear Lord, Spirit Guides and Angels, please bless those born under the sun sign, moon sign, and or rising sign of Cancer with clearly defined messages regarding their life path here on Earth at this time, on into and through March 2018. Love and romance energies, please. Thank you. All right, so right off the bat, I'm feeling the energies of someone who I think does well financially, has a better control financially over their circumstance or situation, and there's contemplation here about leaving something behind that was maybe long and difficult and lived its path through, and now stepping into or I should say letting go of, or contemplating the letting go of this long-term path. So by the end of March, there's anxious energies, but there is also someone coming in who's being very supportive and caring, giving and loving. So you hold the key to success regardless of which way your path turns when it comes to romances. You know, if you feel anxious energies in connection to someone by the end of March, you know, take some time with that and make sure that that's the right person, circumstance, or situation. It could be a friend, it could be a mother figure, it could be someone who comes in that's very masculine and built very big and very caring and giving. Again, if there's some sort of uncomfortable energy, make sure to take some time with that and figure it out, basically. All right, so I'm starting a course with the Enchanted Map deck by Colette Baron Reed. And the card, this is the card representing your current life path here on Earth at this time, and it's the Spirit of Place. So for some of you, whomever's energies I am pulling at this time in this general reading, you are trying to find out exactly where it is by which your spirit belongs. Okay? Maybe you went down a path, it isn't where you want to be, you want something long-term elsewhere, so you're connecting with others, and somehow via this path, by however this applies to you guys, you're trying to find where it is you belong. And in your thoughts, you're also trying to maintain some sort of balance. Maybe someone has anxiety here, and balance would come in forms of just, you know, quiet, soft baths and candles and quiet time instead of the TV running, and creating a hobby or something, or getting a puzzle in your what is this, relationship sector. Yeah, some of you are leaving a long and difficult path behind, maybe with someone who was taller, or someone that you went around and round with, and you've been embracing these sad, unfulfilling energies. So in your relationship sector, Spirit's saying go away from the sad embrace and step into the place by which you belong. This will help for you to find this balance in your life you so desire. In your creative aspects position, we've got solitude. So Spirit's kind of suggesting in the next few weeks from watching this video that you just take some time to go into solitude, to get quiet and think about where you want to lead your path. So this is having a lot of knowledge and experience, been down a long path, and now sitting quietly saying, you know, I just want balance and happiness and joy and contentment. I'm willing to let go of old memories that maybe I was even embracing, so that I can find where it is that my soul belongs at this time. And so this is a spiritual walk with yourself. finding peace, joy, and contentment in your life. So, in your actions position, it's about going over or through the mountain, okay? The blessing is clearly on the other side, spirits shining their light upon it. But the mountain is so big, you can't go around, over, or under to get to it. You need to go through it. So in your actions position, get some sort of training, watch YouTube as you're creating something in a new direction. Somehow do the research to figure out what it is you'd like your path to look like as you're moving ahead, because I do feel like someone's coming to an end of something that was long term, or out of something long and difficult, and being blessed with something that is long term, that is tied to financial security and or someone who has Pisces in their chart. Could be Cancer or Scorpio. In your subconscious, we have got cleaning house, letting go of old unfulfilling energies. Oops, skip this one. In your emotional aspects position, someone's afraid to leave and move ahead with their life. They are wearing a blindfold. They're all dressed up for the party, and yet they can't enjoy it because they won't allow themselves to see. So emotionally, take off the blindfold and look at the long-term, beautiful, financially secure path ahead. Clean house of negative energies in your subconscious and in your relationships. Let go of sadness that you were embracing. In your practical day-to-day matters position, it's about making a choice. Am I happy here? Am I happy there? Where am I happy? What is it that fulfills me? So that's why it's important to go into solitude at times and to just really think about what it is you always wanted to do as a kid, maybe something you've always wanted to learn about. Think about something that you have always wanted to do for a living that you enjoy every day, and will maybe eventually bring this into a small business. At some point, start creating something that fulfills you. And that within your soul is where your spirit will belong. Okay, you will find joy, happiness, peace, and contentment when you figure out what your soul purpose is, what your gift or skill is. Now, in your inner strengths position, you guys have the inner strengths to be able to climb into the position of the Golden Palace. There's not much that needs to be said about this card. This is about sitting in a beautiful home life, beautiful surroundings, plenty of prosperity. And this is the place by which you were hoping to find your spirit. So in your actions, remember, take the steps, do the research, get the training, whatever is required to move ahead. So you can move through your path clearly. So you know exactly where it is you're stepping into as you step into the unknown without fear. It's time for a new path. Get excited about that. So in the first week and a half to 2 weeks, we have trying to find clarity. What is it that brings me balance in my life? Once you recognize what that is, shut off the TV in evenings or weekends or whenever you're not working. Play some soft music and practice with whatever it is that you enjoy doing. Ride that wave. Because Spirit's saying with the wide open card, your opportunities are wide open in front of you. All you have to do is come into clarity about what it is that you want to share with the world. Your gift, your talent, your spirit. So in the next 2 to 3 weeks from watching the video, you've got the One Ring Circus energy, sitting in solitude and manifesting something all by your lonesome. Really getting into oil painting, really getting into pottery, really getting into, signing up for the class and really getting into the class when you go. Something that really excites you that you can grow and expand with someday. Here we have education, just like I was getting to, training. Because each of those eggs represents an intention. So always plant more than one seed in different areas. Do lots of different things that you like to do with your day. And know that as you tend to those things a little at a time and watch to see which ones grow and prosper for you, you're going to recognize a field of dreams ahead of you. Just make a commitment to not let anxiety stand in your ability to manifest these dreams come true, however that applies, whatever you guys are hoping to do for a living for your life or a project. So in the outcome position, we saw that you were climbing into a position of the Golden Palace energies, and Spirit's saying that you are rescuing yourself. And somehow that's going to bring you to come together with others. As you collect the supplies, as you set your intentions, you're healing any old pains that need to go away. You're starting a brand new path. And this seems to be a time for that for everyone. All right, so I'm going to bring in the Gilded Tarot deck for further clarification when it comes to the circle spread before us. Dear Lord, Spirit, Guides, and Angels, please bless those born under the sun sign, moon sign, and or rising sign of Cancer with clearly defined messages regarding their love and romance energies or any other spiritual guidance and information they need to know about. Because that did sound pretty much like finances, didn't it? You know what? I'm moving over here to the Romance Angel deck. Let's get into more of the love and romance area here. How do these energies apply when it comes to Cancer's romantic path here throughout the month of March 2018, Spirit? All right, so some of you in a connection are saying, you know, where do I belong? Who do I belong with? Of course, if you're single. And the reason you're thinking this is because maybe someone had reconciled recently, or they're going to be, or you're contemplating a reconciliation. In your thoughts position, Spirit saying remain balanced, stay focused, get quiet. Think about what it is you need to let go of and what this new path, these new choices are opening up for you. Because this could be a commitment to a person, but I'm also feeling a commitment to a project. Some of you may want to raise a commitment to someone that comes into your path to a higher level of commitment, okay? Because you think maybe that's where it is your soul belongs with. Who? So in your relationship sector, it's some of you, not all of you, are embracing some sort of sadness. And really the only way to finally let go, if you guys want to bring something to an end, then honestly have a discussion. You know, with this card, they're saying, ask them, do you want to be in this path with me forever? And if they say no, then you have a plan B, and that's I'm going to go back in my path and I'm going to move forward. I'm going to meet the next person that comes in, because there's always going to be new people that come in to teach us about ourselves. We learn through connecting with one another. So in your creative aspects position, we have sitting in solitude. As some of you are working on a creative project or idea, know that all you have to do is sit in prayer, and through your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations, as you get quiet, Spirit will help to bring in a soulmate. In the next 3 weeks, continue to pray for that soulmate. Don't give it a human name, just pray for a life partner, or clarity about that life partner. Now in your actions position, we have going through the mountain of where is it I truly belong. Through the mountain. In the meantime, Spirit's saying, do some training and education. Focus on maybe a small business, but keep your head kind of in your own space for a minute. Let everything transpire as it should. After you have a heart-to-heart conversation, be ready to move on and start praying for a soulmate, and be ready to step forward in your own individual path towards what it is that fulfills you. Connect with those who do the same thing that you want to learn about. Take off the blindfold, step into the unknown, because it's in the unknown where you will connect with some sort of passion here through your prayers that you took time to make in solitude all the way up to the 3rd week. This is by the 4th or 5th week. Some of you, not all of you, are going to meet someone new. And in your, let's see, this is subconscious. It's about cleaning out the old energies, old experiences, old memories, old sadness, old person. If you finally have a discussion with someone who maybe reconciled and you were hoping to come to a better situation, For some of you, maybe an engagement comes up and you need to just take some time to make sure that that connection balances you out and makes you happy. Spend time in solitude, praying to Spirit, what is this the right person for me or not? Clean house of old memories, old people, old situations. It's in old ways of thinking. Know that you are just beautiful as you go through each day of your life, and enjoy each day by working on a project or something that fulfills you. Because the spirit of place that you're looking for is right in your own heart. And when your heart shines and you give off that aura because you're happy with your own individual life path, that is the magic that draws people in your direction. So you got to create something you like to do and that you're proud of, that you can share with others or give to others. And in that time, the time will come for you in your practical day-to-day matters as to whether or not you want to make a decision. So I am feeling for somebody that someone may come in through your prayers that's passionate, and you're contemplating a new connection. You're trying to make a choice between maybe a new connection and that old one that reconciled or tried to reconcile. In your inner strengths, you guys have the golden palace. You're sitting well, you're enjoying your atmosphere, you're doing well financially, or you're enjoying the project or the puzzles or the photography or whatever you decided to busy yourself with. As you were busy and your heart was open, a new person comes in, just like I thought, and I didn't even see that till now. And then there might be a little bit of anxiety. I'm going to do a 3-card spread to my left here before we do spiritual guidance. So in the first week and a half to 2 weeks from watching the video, you know, we always like build up in our mind some big fancy fantasy, and then we meet someone and we find out it's just not the same as what we thought it was going to be. And Spirit's saying the lesson from some sort of experience for whomever this applied is to recognize if you're being codependent, because we come alone and die alone here for a reason, and that's to interconnect with other people, to learn about ourselves, to walk a very independent path, but to connect with others in our world of love. So it's a time to recognize if you're being too focused when it comes to a person, place, situation, circumstance, environment, or a way of thinking. When it comes to, am I letting myself shine? Am I attractive enough? Is this who I'm supposed to be with? And all that confusion. Connect with your friends and your family. That is what love is. Imagine a person coming in. Could they be part of the friends and family and be a part of that love in your life? Because in the end, what matters is you guys laughing while you're helping each other change your diapers at 95, right? So in the next 2 to 3 weeks, there's a separation. That's when you guys go into solitude. So for some of you, through reconciliation, you're going to be contemplating, is this where I'm supposed to be? It's been a long and difficult path, and I want to remain balanced. Do I want to raise this commitment to a higher level? Have the heart-to-heart conversations and let go of any sadness that needs to go. Know that you're attractive regardless of how people around you interact with you, because this is only about you and Spirit. And they're saying in the next 3 weeks, by especially the end of the next third week, pray to Spirit. Take time to go into separation and solitude in your own space. Why? Because that's how you're receiving clarity. Okay, we're going to continue. You're focused on training and education, right? When it comes to this one ring circus you're manifesting. And you want to express your love. So you have a conversation, you step into the unknown. Maybe you meet new people tied to what it is you've been working on, and it starts to go from just intention to actually becoming real dreams. And then a new commitment or connection comes in because somebody recognizes how far you have come or what it is you can do. Therefore, you might have to retreat then and think about, how do I make a choice? And Spirit's saying trust in them. For some of you who want to get married, or that it would be a new love that would probably come in at the end of April. Somebody that a lot of you haven't even met yet. So if you're hung up on a negative energy of the past, Know that you have the energies to surpass that. You should be heading in a direction of fulfillment financially, or you're going to be contemplating a long-term commitment, some of you, not all of you, with someone who has water in their chart. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. All right, so I have now used the Enchanted Map deck by Colette Baron Reid. I've used the Romance Angel deck by Doreen Virtue. And now I'm asking for spiritual guidance with the Wisdom of the House of Night deck by PC Cast and Colette Baron Reid. So, lots of focus on some sort of reconciliation because you're trying to figure out where it is that you belong, right? We have a balancing act and contemplation of an engagement. Maybe there will be an offer in a relationship of sorts, and there may be a lot of fulfillment. Maybe this will bring you balance in your life. We also have in the relationship sector a heart-to-heart conversation and letting go of sadness. Boom! Because once you have a conversation, you start to understand what it is that brings you fulfillment and where it is that you belong. So as soon as you guys have a discussion with someone, however this applies, you'll understand where it is that you belong somehow. So in your creative aspects position, going into solitude, praying to Spirit for those who are single, praying to Spirit to bring in a life partner. Because someone here is getting stuck outside the wall. Some of you are feeling left out of a situation. Nope, this is you. You guys are the ones building this wall, and it's okay. Because behind here you can see you're working hard with your spiritual transformation here and the education you're receiving about where it is your spirit belongs. You're very focused on figuring out in your actions position, what sort of training or education do I need in order to figure out my romantic feelings? And Spirit's saying, well, the High Priestess of Earth is coming in here to help you when it comes to your finances. That should release some of your stress for some of you, not all of you, by the maybe 4th week from watching the video. In the meantime, focus on your own path, training, education. Wait for passion to come to you. I feel like you guys don't even see this coming. This passionate energy in your emotional aspects position. Spirit's saying it's coming because you manifested it. You meditated to Spirit through your prayers. You took off your blindfold and you asked specifically for what it is you wanted. So subconsciously, know you're attractive. Know that you just need to clean away from old negative energies to find out where it is you belong next. Set a vision for yourself subconsciously of where it is you want to belong, where it is you want to, how it is you want to live. In your mental aspects position, making a choice about a partnership. You may want to give that partnership a chance. And what's most important, Spirit's saying, is that you remain loyal to yourself first. If you have anxious energies, that's a sign to pay attention and to wait a while. Because in the outcome position, in your inner strengths position, Spirit's saying you're going to be sitting in a position where you don't have to worry so much about finances. You could be very independent in your path when a new person comes in. And this test in March is going to bring you to a spiritual education within about your own self-worth. The clarity is going to come through maybe separation, and it has to do with lust. Remember, write down lust and love and the difference between the two. Do your research. Create what it is that you want for you. Create a solid foundation under yourself independently. And know that it's safe for you to express your love. But don't come together too quickly in March with someone or something that's very shiny, very handsome or beautiful. because that rose does have thorns, and maybe the beauty is only skin deep. Well, in the outcome position, someone stirs your feelings as you're busy manifesting these wonderful dreams for yourself. And the time comes where you're contemplating some form of commitment. And this is another time where I think you got to take time for yourself and say, all right, everything that transpired in my past happened because I allowed for it. Consciously, subconsciously, or spiritually, I allowed for it to come into my path and everything that was attached to it. So now I'm at that point again by the end of March where I can decide who and or what I want to manifest into my path. Therefore, it's an important decision. Give it some time. Retreat. Pray. Trust in spirit. Watch for signs. And at some point, you will learn something. It's going to come in a form of a message. And at that point, I'm feeling something needs to come to an end for sure. If something doesn't come to an end that has been long past its due date, then someone new cannot come in. Okay, so something has expired in your path. Look at that. I just shuffled the deck, and you have the Ten of Wands. It's the end. Lay it down. It's over. Okay. So before the video, I pulled a card from The Journey of Love deck by Alana Fairchild to save some time here, and you guys received the spiritual dance of the goddess. This is number 29, which is 11. 1 + 1 is 2. So this is finding your soul purpose, your soul direction, your soul person, your soul path, however it applies. I'm reading from the book to give credit to the author. Your soul has been craving a connection to something so much larger than itself, to find something worthy to which it can devote itself entirely. This greatness is becoming available to you now to be witness to the extent that it is helpful so that you can find greater purpose of the service which your heart craves. You are ready. This oracle brings you comfort that your inner path you're opening up to direct experiences of the divine presence. You know, I didn't think that was right. Please pardon me. Here's what you're supposed to hear. Remember your divine perfection as you are thrilled and challenged in this time with great growth. You are guided to be curious, and through traveling to a foreign land and remaining open to experiencing its treasures, a deeper part of yourself is calling you forward at this time. Any discontent, struggle, anxiety, or fear is a conscious recognition of this. Don't worry. You are a unique plant in the divine garden. You don't have to know what plant you are in order to grow. You just need to live each day. And growth happens naturally. Then you can see over time the beauty of your true nature revealing itself to you. It'll be a revelation to be relished. May the artist's touch inspire us to explore the ocean realm and celebrate the beauty, as land gives way to water and water to the unknown. So there are things to be found within you right now. Whoever this is, you're on a very spiritual path, and wherever you are is where you belong. But what and who you let into your path, what and who you summon in, is what will lead you down a long path. Are you going to go back down an old difficult path, or are you going to give something wide berth as you meet someone new, maybe in April, beginning of April? For some of you, not all of you, who's very comforting and caring and giving. For some of you, they could have Pisces in their chart. So the word of prayer I pulled earlier for you Cancers is honesty. I'm in touch with my true feelings regarding the situation. I can't get it to focus. So to close, I'm going to read from the book to give credit to Doreen Virtue. And here we go. You receive this card in answer to your question because Mother Mary sees a need for self-honesty if you need to proceed. What do you have to admit to yourself about your current situation? When you think about it, what feelings arise and why? It's important to take stock of your emotions and thoughts about anything that confuses you or annoys you. Otherwise, you're reacting instead of taking charge. Although the ego is threatened by looking deeper, it's an essential component of healing the situation. This card guides you to take some time to evaluate and understand your feelings. Remember, you are entitled to them, and they are neither right or wrong. Very often your feelings are the voices of angels delivering God's guidance to you. All right, so speak clearly with others in your path as they come in. Tell them you are setting certain goals and you want to know what their intentions are, and make sure that your intentions are the same. And after an honest discussion, that gives you the ability to move forward with your vision and to focus on where it is you belong. If you don't belong with one person, the next will roll into your path. That's how we learn about ourselves, is as we meet other people in our path here on earth. So enjoy the journey of discovery here. And as you meet others, if you feel you need to wait a while, then give it time. Finances feel really good. So if you're leaving something behind that has been a long and difficult path, you have the key to success to moving forward and to manifesting long-term security or a long-term connection with someone who has this water in their chart. Thank you again for stopping by. If you need for me to pull your personal energies, I just need to know your horoscope sign, your sun sign, which is your horoscope sign, and a question or any concerns that you have by which I can pray about in your video. All right? Thank you again. Take care, and God bless.